I unloaded all of this from my car yesterday when it was almost dark. And today I have to put everything together and build the frame for the concrete pillars. Now I have to dig out the holes again because a lot of the soil fell back in because of the strong wind, and then place the wooden boxes inside. So let's go. Unfortunately, the left hole is way too small. Normally the planks should fit the hole completely. Like on the right side there it's okay. But the left hole we dug too small, which means I have to do it by hand now. And it was already hard enough to dig up the loose soil. It's gonna be tough. And I think with the other holes we have the same problem. The monkeys came over for a visit in the evening. Directly in my tree. He's getting himself a snack. He got huge balls. Yesterday evening, I've been digging hard until after sunset, but I'm afraid that the holes are just too small. But the soil is so hard that you hardly can dig any further with the shovel. Now I'm gonna measure the distances first, because otherwise Paul has to come again. Well, the wood boxes still don't fit at all. This is okay, but on the other side there's missing a lot. And the same with these holes. I have to remove a lot of dirt, and I already have blisters on my hands. Not much fun doing this. So let's measure first. So I already put up the boards where I'm going to attach the card to measure the distances, like here. The problem is that my property is kind of tilted and declines in the back. That's why it's not so easy to build it so the container stands straight. For that I have to know on which height I have to put the horizontal beams. Therefore I bought this transparent tube which I will fill with water, and then you see on both sides the water levels, that it's on the same height. And additionally I bought this yellow spirit level which you can hang on the cord. Let's try. So I filled up the whole tube with water, and as you can see on the one side it's almost filled up to the top, but on the other side it's just filled until here. That's gonna be a problem because I don't even know if I have enough space on the other side that low. So I stretched the cord on the exact height of the water level on both sides. And with the naked eye, it looks completely tilted now. But according to the spirit level, it's perfectly leveled, which means the land is so skewed that the container will stand out pretty high on the right side. Now I'm doing the same on the short side. So exactly on the height of the water level, I will put the other board, which will be also leveled with the spirit level. I think it's a really cool trick with the water tube, because otherwise it would be really hard to be that exact. That's how my finished construction looks. So I measured everything with the white cords and all the distances are correct. And according to the spirit level, everything is perfectly leveled. However, with my water test, shows completely wrong on one side, even though all three other sides are perfectly leveled, which doesn't make any sense, because then the other sides would be wrong as well. So I have to find out where the problem lies. So on this side the water is up to the board, but on the other side the water level is much higher, even though the cord is perfectly leveled, which doesn't make any sense. So if somebody understands that, feel free to leave a comment. I just hope it's okay now and there was a mistake with the water. Where the lines cross each other, I hammered the rebar into the ground, and that's where the center point of the box should be. By this you can see pretty good that the boxes are in the wrong spot. That's why we have to enlarge the holes tomorrow with the backhoe. My iguana buddy is chilling again and is watching me while I work. Since it's getting too hot outside, I'm gonna continue with my rebar mesh, which is a lot of work. One mesh takes me like 1 hour and I'm still missing 2. Since it's way too hot to work outside, I'm in the container, even though it's probably 40 degrees here, but at least I'm in the shadow, and I want to put the metal grids together. For this I already cut some metal wires. You just put them underneath and put them together with the pliers on top of each other. and then you twist it with the pliers. This is the easiest knot which you can do, but because the grid just lays horizontally, it doesn't have to be super strong. With a vertical mesh, you probably should use another knot. And the rest you bend down so you don't hurt yourself. And now it's already pretty stable. And the more you do of those knots, the more stable it's gonna be. I have to do this now over 100 times. That's a very meditative kind of work. If some pro is watching this right now, he probably thinks, what the heck is he doing here? But like I said, I have never done this before. I just watched some YouTube videos, but I think it works out pretty well. Zack. Ja. Pretty good. So today Paul is here again with his backhoe. We are trying to make the holes wider and deeper, which is not so easy because my whole construction is in the way now, and also the stone and sand pile where he's parking right now. A big backhoe like this is not very optimal to dig such small holes, but we're gonna see how far we can get with the shovel, and the rest I have to do by hand. Anpassen. Of course, we try to not destroy my construction, because I have to measure again afterwards. Now we are digging the final hole. It's really hard to maneuver here because there's not much space left. We already had to move the pile out of the way, and he cannot stand straight through the hole, which makes everything a little bit more complicated. But I think I have to dig by hand afterwards. I already straightened the ground of 2 holes, so the boxes are perfectly leveled, and the metal bar represents the center point of the pillars. Now I have to do the same on the other side. It's already dark now, and I'm still not finished with the holes. But tomorrow the workers are already coming for the concrete, which means I have to make a night shift. The good thing is it's not so hot anymore, so I can work without shirt and I don't get a sunburn. And I have my headlamp, so I can see something. Let's hope I can finish today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave me a like. And if you don't want to miss the next episode, you can subscribe my channel for free. And in my next episode, I'm gonna mix the concrete and pour my foundation and then put the container on top. And if you missed the last episode, you can watch part 1 here again, where I prepared the whole construction. So until next time, pura vida.